boost our spirit by inspiring us to make improvement and be better. Kartini, an Indonesian feminist activist, has drawn inspirations from global women movements. The movie shows us that apart from her exposure to Western culture, Kartini learned that Islamic teaching do not discriminate against women, as men and women are equally required to acquire knowledge. Hence, she inspired us from her pace to make improvement by fight for gender equality and women empowerment for her nation to be better.
The first problem we diagnose is stress, whereby Kartini is having issue in regards with stress. This is because her life is controlled by her parents due to their practice customs and way of life. In fact, this pressure her life as she is unable to follow her desire and will. For example, she really wants to explore the world outside her house, but it is denied by her family.
The next problem we diagnosed is regarding leadership role. When Kartini and her father requested the cover to engrave carving, the cover afraid to engrave a motif of wayang because they believe that there is not much demand for engravers. Hence, it shows that this is one of the problems because the cover is lack of confidence in fulfill Kartini's wish as they need some motivation to do so.
The third problem that we diagnosed in this movie is the unbalanced hierarchy. The movie portrays the hierarchy of class and age in Javanese culture at the time using daku dobok, which is the squatting walk, and sembah of raising hand in the front of the face, with both show respect only for a superior which has the absolute power in the culture. This shows the hierarchical tie by interspersing Javanese in the Indonesian throughout the film, with high Javanese are being addressed to elder person or those of greater rank, which mostly only the men having the power and opportunity.
Last problem that we diagnose in this movie is regarding organizational change, whereby the others Bupati, the Kartini's father's siblings did not agree when Kartini's fathers want to allow her to apply scholarship from Belanda to further her studies. They are not ready for the change since the actions was against and breaking their culture that have been practiced for so many years.
Based on our analysis, we discovered the message in this movie is advocate about gender equality and woman empowerment that closely related with our study in chapter Perception and Learning in Organization, whereas we should never have negative perception towards a person just because that person is a woman. Hence, we are strongly agreed that everyone is deserved to be treated equally with respect regardless of gender. For example, in the movie whereby Kartini and her sisters are advocating early education for the children and women in their area. In relation with the issue of stress faced by Kartini, we are suggesting the best solution for her is to control stress consequences by reading. This is because reading could help a person to increase their knowledge and feed her anxious about the outside world. In fact, her brother gave a book which is titled Hilda van Soyenwerk. This book became a stepping stone for Kartini's journey as it teaches her about the value of equality and women empowerment.
In relation with the issue of the group of engravers that are afraid to fulfill Kartini's wish, we are suggesting the best solution for her to practice supportive leadership behavior. Supportive leadership helps develop a productive and loyal team that can deliver effective results for an organization growth. In this movie, we can see that Kartini have shown a great leadership style. It is because at first the girl was afraid to do as what she wants. However, after that, Kartini and her father managed to persuade them that if they create a demand for engraved art, it could benefit all of them. During all the process of engraving, Kartini always comes to monitor their work. As a result, the demand of wayang motif rapidly increases.
In relation with the issue of unbalanced hierarchy, the best solution is to practice the division of labour. Have been stated that from the lowest level management to the highest level manager, there is a hierarchy of authority. So in the movie of the Kartini, Princess of Java, they should have a uniform number of ancestors of an unbalanced hierarchy that include both gender in formulating in the organization. In regards, there will be check and balance from the lower to the top level of the organization, as well as the ethnic group of Javanese.
In relation with the issue of organizational change, we are suggesting that the best solution to practice communication. Effective communication in organization can eliminate unnecessary problems and achieve mutual understandings. Hence, from the ability to communicate effectively among the Bupati, it can break and change the culture of the Javanese people to put them in another level of